Is Jojolion really going to be as popular as Steel Ball Run's most likely going to be? That's what I've been thinking about recently. It's such a great achievement for us as a fan base to finally see Steel Ball Run be animated. But Jojolion is just as good as Steel Ball Run in a lot of ways, and I think the writing might even be a step up for a lot of the parts in the story. That being said, it's kind of unfortunate to see how, at least from what I've seen about discourse about it on the internet, that Jojolion isn't really as well liked or understood as the other parts. It's kind of like part six in that regard. It's not really, people don't really understand the point that it's trying to make. So, is Jojolion going to be as popular as the other parts? Because for the people that are just watching JoJo just to see big epic fight scenes, Jojolion does have this, but there's a lot of moments that are kind of slower. I mean, I would say it's kind of similar to part four, but it's in a different way. It's slow because it's developing this main through line, this main plot line. Part four, it's just kind of fun, random stuff happening. That stuff did have a point, especially in the Cinderella arc, Harvest. Stuff like that did come back later. It's not like all of it was filler. But part 8 is different in that regard. It's almost like each fight is meant to represent something about the different rock humans. Something else that I've seen is that, hmm, how do I put this? People say it's too weird? I know that sounds odd, right? Calling JoJo's bizarre adventure too weird, but I've genuinely seen this as a criticism. Like, it's disappointing to me to see this part just kind of passed off as, oh, it's the part where the guy has four balls. I mean, that's not a new thing. Like, memes for the series being so popular that it kind of like devalues the part of what Araki's trying to say in that particular regard. Because that does have some metaphorical significance in the story, even if it's kind of silly. And it's meant to be silly. It's not like it's all meant to be taken seriously. Like there's this air of like that it's meant to be kind of goofy, but there's a point to it. It kind of what it devalues is that it makes it so that there's no point to it. So that's kind of a weird criticism that I've seen. And I don't really think it's fair. Josuke as a protagonist too is unique. The other protagonists are also unique, but Josuke is figuring out who he is in real time, right? It's almost like he has the tenacity of Yoshikage Kira grafted onto, all the good qualities that Josefumi Kujo had. He's like the best of both of them, and at times he can be the worst of either of them. And that's what's interesting about him as a character. And also the fact that he just murders everybody that he fights, basically. Johnny does the same thing. Or and you know, that was kind of a thing that happened to the Joe Stars as the series went on. Like Jonathan really only killed people when he didn't have a choice. Same with Joseph. Joseph screwed with people, but he really only killed vampires or pillar men. Jotaro canonically only really killed Dio, even though there's no way like Captain Tennille or imposter Captain Tennille survived, or Steely Dan or whatever, but they're like retired. Uh, Josuke, I don't think killed anybody at any point. He didn't kill Kira. He didn't kill any of the other villains that they fought. Giorno was the first one that was in a situation where there wasn't really a chance where he could save any of the enemies that he fought. I mean, they're all La Squadra. They're all horrific people. And same thing with Stone Ocean and Steel Ball Run. They were all in situations where, I mean, Steel Ball Run literally it takes place in the Wild West. You kind of have to kill everyone to survive. So yeah, Josuke does that too, but I think people are going to misinterpret again the reason why he actually goes out of his way to kill the rock humans. I don't think people are really gonna understand that. And I know this is coming off as like, oh, they just don't get it. They're not gonna understand it like I do. Like, oh, I understand it. It's so complex. But I do feel like there are gonna be people that think it's gonna be too different from how normal JoJo is, even though it's literally the most JoJo thing like of all time. Like the part eight, like if you really appreciate it, you understand like how important it is to the series, like how much it represents what the series means at large, right? I mean, the whole theme, this is the most important thing, by the way, for why part eight is so great. The whole theme of JoJo as a series, it's like that meme, right? It's like the indomitable uh human spirit versus the cold, unfeeling universe, right? It's like that. It's like in every part, it's like there is a villain. There is no shot in hell, aside from maybe part four, but that's separate. There's no way that the main character can beat this villain. Like literally in part six, he kills both JoJo's and every other main character, right? There is no way that you can beat this villain. He literally can control reality. But because their willpower, the Joestar's willpower, their spirit is so strong, and their humans, like their will, they're able to defeat him based on that alone. And that's why people think that, oh, it's an ass pull. Like, that's not the point of it. They truly earn those power ups within the story, right? And happens in every part. In part eight, they're literally, for the last third of that whole part, they are fighting the physical manifestation of calamity in the universe. The concept of logic governing the universe put into a person who can control essentially reality at who knows what level, might be uncapped. We're not sure how powerful calamity is. It can probably beat Gold Experience Requiem in my opinion. But like, and then Josuke, who uses a power that comes from the fact that he should not exist in the universe. Go Beyond. The reason why Go Beyond exists is because Soft and Wet fused with Killer Queen's power, and him, like, Kira fusing with Josefumi Kujo was a result of two things. It was a result of the Rokakaka, the new grafted Rokakaka, which is why he grafted onto him, and the Walleyes. Okay, when Johnny died, he became a saint, and where he was buried in Morio, created a blessing of the earth, same kind of thing as like the Devil's Palm, called the Walleyes. Okay, what gave people stance. So the mix of the blessings of the earth, being the Walleyes, which is essentially a saint's corpse working its power, okay? And the new grafted Rokakaka, that fused Yoshikage Kira onto Josefumi Kujo, creating Josuke. So it's almost like Josuke should not exist it's like he doesn't obey the laws of physics, right? He was a miracle, literally a miracle. And from that power is how Go Beyond, an ability that, again, doesn't exist in the universe and is the only thing that can permanently kill Wonder Review. That's the only reason that is there, is because of pure willpower, okay? So part eight is literally explaining it to you explicitly, the main point of the whole series. And I don't know if a lot of other people are going to appreciate that the same way I do. I know that I should just be excited that Steel Ball Run is coming, and I am. It is my favorite part. But I'm also kind of thinking about the future, I'm kind of thinking about Jojolion. So I hope other people I hope people like it because it is a good part. Um a lot of the fights are more technically interesting. Um they're a lot more strategic. I think that's cool. Like the Blue Hawaii part was I like that part. Um and yeah, I hope Mamazuku becomes a fan favorite character, which he deserves to. He's really cool. And I'm excited for the future of the anime at large now that it's very likely that they could do Jojolion after this, you know? So, that's really all I wanted to yap about. Um